our talk on Noisy Neighbors, investigating how birds socially respond to traffic noise.
Imagine you're at a house party with all of your friends. There's people in the living room, the kitchen, the backyard, and of course those social butterflies who are bouncing between all three. Now, who you talk to and how many people you talk to can tell me a lot about you as a person. And this isn't unique to humans. Birds also have social groups, and these social groups can tell us a lot about their life history. For example, if someone shows up to your party with a juicy piece of gossip, how many people they tell and who they tell is going to determine how fast that gossip flows through the party and everyone finds out. While birds may not gossip, they do have things like alarm calls. So one bird might spot a predator and set off an alarm call. And who that bird's connected to and how many birds know that bird is going to determine how quickly they find out about that and can escape the threat. Your social group can also tell me a lot about who you have the opportunity to mate with. A lot of people meet their spouses through their friends. Now, birds actually have this funny thing where some uglier males will hang out with the really attractive males that get all the females in the hopes to increase their likelihood of finding a mate. I like to call this the fraternity effect. So clearly, social groups can tell you a lot about an organism's history. So a disruption to this social group could have a lot of consequences. So back to my party example. If someone comes in the living room and starts playing really loud music, what happens? Some people might choose to stay and dance, but a lot of people are going to want to move away so that they can hear each other talk. They'll move to the kitchen or the backyard. Now when they move, do they stay in the same group they were in the living room, or do they get to know the people in the kitchen? Do all of them go to the kitchen, or do they split up between the two spaces? This is my research question with birds, because when humans introduce noise to an environment through traffic or construction, birds fly away so that they can hear each other's vocalizations. I want to know if birds keep their same social groups, or if they change their social groups in response to this human disturbance. To do this, I spent this past summer in Brisbane, Australia, where I followed this bird, the red-backed fairy wren. I looked at 4 different groups where all of the birds had an individual color band, and I noted all of the interactions that took place between these birds over the course of weeks. I also mapped their territories for each group using GPS mapping. Now, I targeted one group and I started playing really loud traffic noise at the center of their territory using an outdoor speaker system. These birds, not surprisingly, shifted their entire territory away. But what was really interesting was that they became less social. These birds had less social connections, less friends, than they did before the noise introduction. This is telling me that noise pollution can not only alter a bird's social group, but can have implications for their breeding success, their ability to detect alarm calls, and more. So I hope my research can inform future conservation strategies when dealing with this ongoing problem of noise pollution. Thank you.